And the round should follow swiftly thereafter. We've got 2 players towards ramp for Liquid. That's the only real line of defense, and Freiberg's already gone for that cross, so he is not in danger. Forrest, a little bit. He gets tagged down to 60, and Stewie's met by a frag grenade with an AK to the face. Lekro at a moment's notice could just start swinging, looking for kills, but Team Liquid have conceded this round, and they look to keep themselves alive, seeing as they would not buy in the next. Try and force the issue, try and get him acclimatized.
Well, it was in their map pool, right?
Yep.
And then when they picked it up, he was actually really great on it and put up some... and I think ideally at this point, just getting some economic damage in. Though they are stacking the correct side, if you want to call it that. Grim and him are both upstairs. Oh,
Naf's got one. And poor Grim not able to whip back fast enough. Naf still looking to use the side of the smoke. Lands those 2 shots, almost taking Lekro out of this one. But again, they're just looking for the trimmings of a situation. It's Dignitas with the 3-0 start.
Fall, and he can let them know he's secret, get the off shot there, scare them, and put the Aux to work. But Halzerk and Freiberg both get kills.
Grim finds one to keep this one even. Little bit of a health advantage to the side of Liquid. Ramp control for Dig, and they concede this, Mo. They double back towards lobby, and Grim, he's going to keep it proactive. Pushes through the door. This, I think, similarly to Fallen's angle, one of those spots that could really catch him sleeping. And if it's not in numbers, Heap will go untraded. But they are all right there. They could line up. Grim, just the first kill. Forrest, very quick trade, but they walk right back into that op. And now Forrest finds himself working around the silos. Now he's gone ahead, gave in his back up towards Heaven. That's going to be fine. He's going to get a close quarters fight versus Fallen, making sound. The jump offsets the crosshair. Forrest dives, keeps up high HP. Here's Naf drop to the ground and executes him. It's Forrest with 3 kills. Stewie also kind of giving him a little bit of room to work, and he's not alone.
He seems aware of this.
Yeah, Halzerk now kind of cut off with that additional smoke grenade. They were playing with Grim's contact, meant to hold them back. Stewie, he's looking for the trade. He goes ahead, drops Heap, falls downwards into Hut, and Forrest takes his head. It's a 3v2 now. Dig with the man advantage because the no-scope comes in. And Fallen being low HP, Dignitas with a 5-round lead. Man, they may just concede and walk away from this.
Oh, man, I thought they were aware of it, but apparently Stewie was ducked, but not ready to call that there was a timing out of Squeaky. His teammate on site dies before him.
You know, losing pistol.
Maybe he was watching it and just missed and lost his duel. That I don't know. My goodness, they've got them scared. Claws are in deep here outside as they wrap into help. And they're trying to reduce this position. But it's actually coming in favor of Liquid. To be honest, I would much rather be the CTs in this spot, lurking around. Certainly scary for Dignitas because crossing 30 seconds outside, you've got to make a decision. But they get a bit more info. Elige dies. Halzerk takes that frag, and it's another rifling player.
Elige, having come from ramp room, you saw him turn back as he was walking forward to just make sure nobody was outside of Heaven. And as he turned was when Halzerk got that heads up on him. Grim locked in from this position. Stewie, now it's his turn for the clutch.
Both
and these
spotted.
2 players both in front, but it's a headshot from Heap to keep Dig in the lead easily with 7.
Yeah, they couldn't keep up.
Responsibility of outdoors could fall on Elige. He calls, oh my god. Oh, he swaps to the utility, and he actually hears Forrest running backwards, but in the meantime, Freiberg picks up that headshot down on B, and Heap gives cover as that double door peek is the punish of Elige. Fallen burned into the open, can't even escape, and this leaves Grim for a second, because Lekro takes his head off, and Dignitas take their 8th.
Oh my god, what are we witnessing? That is
A slaughter.
Yeah, that's insane.
That metal thing.
You don't have a call out for that?
Sorry, man.
Casual.
Caster lull. Interesting situation. Team Liquid, hey, backs against the wall. Go ahead, push through. And again, they come at it from a bit of a weird angle, finding Halzerk sleeping. Not like this. There's no way this is the first round Liquid put on the scoreboard. But it could be, very well. Yeah. Or Dig with Forrest and Freiberg. They keep this one alive.
He'll stay alive. Deagle's so nice, almost like an op in this situation. You set up so many angles to fall back from and just take one free shot at a time.
And he's not alone. We've got Stewie. Ooh, despite the low HP coming in, and they pincer in it. Okay. 5 players alive for Liquid. As they win a round they have no business taking.
To be honest,
many bodies for Dig outdoors. Gonna go ahead and engulf the credit card slot. Fallen. blinded twice just as he goes for another peek, and this has allowed Dig to really take control of outside, but Elige, he takes control of the situation with 2 kills. Stewie comes up with one of his own, and Hauser wins the op duel. He could pick that bomb right back up. Stewie's just gone back inside of the A site. Corners will be cleared, shots will be hit, and leads will be lost as we find ourselves back in the 2v2. His heart sinks as he hears that bomb planted above him on the A site. A 9th round for Dig, though. Phenomenal T-side coming out of the Swedes. And Freiberg could very well be on the receiving end of the sniper shot. Flash to his face. Naf heads downwards, and Freiberg's going to close that distance, at least enough to posture, at least enough to scare him.
Oh my god.
They're going to go ahead and commit to the A site, so it's Stewie under question, and he dies similarly to those other situations. Player just beneath him. Grim, 1 kill. Fallen's going to take over control of the vent, but there's a player posted. Lekro with a nade out. That's going to be the folly of Dignitas for now, but Freiberg's on the recovery, and he gets that quick trade frag. 2 versus 3. To the favor of Dignitas, and a headshot from Hauser's sniper leaves Naf to save again.
I'm going to try to do this quickly, because I'd like to call a pause just to explain how good that round was from Dignitas. They got the rotation downstairs with Lekro. That's 1. They got Nafli to drop with Freiberg. That's another. So that's 2 rotations they have to come up the vent for the retake. Then they hit upstairs, which is also a fake because they threw outside smokes in the beginning of the round. So they called a perfect round. They executed perfectly. They lost nobody in their default. And then they hit the correct side and got the entries. And they killed Stewie in the exact same spot on top of HUD again. See, they put this Falmus to work. Dignitas, anti-ecos have been mostly out towards outside, so maybe Stewie can find some pressure. Now, Forrest is fully aware, and Lekro on an off angle outside will get his as well. Nafly, all alone, picks up the Falmus inside a hut, and eventually will get slain. 11-1 for Dignitas, nearing the end of half number 1. Does this mean they think the site is understaffed? Yeah, they're actually coming in really late, and the bomb will get spotted crossing.
And Lekro's in a perfect position to stop this. For a moment, Liquid thought that they had them in such a pinch that Grim just needed to stop that cross, but he can't even because Lekro comes in from heaven. That was...
And they pull it back. Another series of unfortunate events.
Just the nature of all of these rounds, the cleanliness that comes through. Stewie and Grim inside of the A site. T's don't find them initially, but no kills coming out from Liquid. 4 versus 2 advantage. Elige takes to the heavens. Bomb is planted on the front side of the site, and with only 1 round left in this half, with bank accounts bottomed out, you can't even go for the ninja. And he's not even going to get the kill. It is Elige, the sole survivor. And Team Liquid... And because it has worked every single round, we will continue to watch Dignitas play the textbook. 2 guys downstairs through secrets. Stewie sprays him. Falmus to the face. Because 1 is the loneliest number, Liquid may look to double that round count. We shall see. Dignitas into the A site, and it's Forrest to clear that close corner. This 3v5 is not out of the realm of possibility by any means. Naf starting to challenge back around through ramp push. Stewie looks for an additional kill. Elige can't trade him, and Heap is on one. He gets himself 3 kills in this 3v5. Nafly finds the back of the bomb carrier. That gives him a chance to close out with this clutch, and you absolutely know that Liquid need this. Utility falls down in front of him. No flash for his eyes. Forrest retrieves bomb. They go for that double peek, and they take themselves the kill. A commandeering lead, and then some.
Can we call it the perfect storm? It was definitely lots of merit for Dignitas. Ooh. And we're talking about it was. Of course, it's still happening, but it might be over soon.
That it should be. Lekro opens up with that long-range USP tap, but Grim through the windows and Elige. A second kill here. We've got Sharks circling Forest. He has to give up the heavens. Heap in response for that tries to move inwards, and Naf finding Hauser by surprise, then gets killed back by Heap. Heap is absolutely tearing him up. It looked like we'd get a 1v2 plus a 1v1, and, well, now it's a 3v1 versus Heap. He is cut off by this smoke grenade. Team Liquid will have a second to breathe, but they are still gasping for air. Heap, oh no, he's inside of the bomb site trying to challenge, but Team Liquid put an end to his hopes. They double up their rounds.
Oh, the
hesitant nature.
Yeah, the respect.
of Team Liquid in this moment. 35 seconds. I mean, the thing is they've basically put themselves in the pressure cooker here. There's still enough time within 30 seconds, but you burn off another 10 and you're playing with fire. Heap looking to stoke the flames. He's pushed back from control room as that MAC-10 takes the lead. Forrest will find one off of the Deagle. We got a man advantage and a bomb plant. Stewie turns his attention back to make sure the flank cannot find its way through. And we've got Liquid.
I think depending on how high they can stand over top of Liquid, you know, it's just it's an even bigger headline.
At least once or twice. 40 seconds still to work with. Team Liquid running it back to like the second round here, giving that respect, using their time wisely. But they need to make sure that they give themselves that margin of error. 2 kills for Nafly, making the most of that 35 bullet magazine. Now it's Lekro's chance on the back of the A site. He drops the bomb down upon him, and Halzerk is nowhere to be found versus what's left of Team Liquid. 3 Ts inside A site looking to get their 5th round win. And that Molotov, if he had any thought of going up the ladder, it was taken from him.
And he'll go for the save. Liquid moving nice now, looking very good. The spray from Nafly, I can't believe he can control the Galil that well. Like, does he really not do any aim practice? Because
his face pressed against the monitor to try and find a frag that far. Forrest, eyes wide, and caught by surprise. Stewie swings and gets himself that headshot. B bomb site compromised and taken to the favor of Team Liquid. Heap with the Deeg. Looking for a little bit more here. We've got Elish softened up. We've got Stewie 2K push close. We've got Fallen answering with a frag back versus Halzerk. Freiburg finding something, and then Lekro adds one to the tally, and now we get Liquid a little bit nervous, with understandable reason, because it's on Fallen and Fallen alone. He's been found, he's been dropped to 55 HP, a 10-second stick. Freiburg halfway there, and Fallen may at this point think it's clear, but instead, he takes it to the head, and the stick comes through from Dig. They win with just the pistols.
a 4-1 split between them both.
And really upsetting this side of the bracket because OG have already taken down Astralis, and Lekro is going to waste none of our time. He goes ahead, sets up that 5v3 immediately outdoors. Stewie 2K's head has been popped. And Lekro full speed ahead.
Does he need any help?
Possibly not. We'll see if he can secure himself the ace. He's giving up a little bit of room here for the possibility of a garage wrap. Both these other players for Liquid are still outdoors, but one crosses to the op of Halzerk, and now it is all on Grim.
Jesus.
This was an absolute slaughter, ladies and gentlemen. Seeing Dignitas here at the showdown, that was a nice surprise in and of itself. This is a shocking surprise because there are not many people who would think this outcome could come true, and especially not in this convincing of a fashion. A frag grenade from Forrest to seal the deal on Nuke. Move this series into vertigo.
I wouldn't be, my heart would not be ready for that. So I'm going to give Liquid the benefit of the doubt here and say they're going to pull out a bit of a better vertigo.
All right. We'll have to keep our eyes on it as we find ourselves in the pistol. And Team Liquid on the T side with 4 players up mid early. Smoke to try and deny that right side vision. Forrest retreats ever so slightly. Freiburg looking to just pinch him through smoke, and we've got 3 kills initially for Dig. Forrest, oh, the guns dry, the knives are out, and Halzerk saves the day. Stewie still in play. Knows that Lekro's back in the corner of this bomb site, but he's got nowhere to run, and all Lekro had to do was hide. We've got Dignitas with the CT-sided pistol. Alicia's ability strong on A and on Vertigo. So Heap has got himself a challenger, but this challenge falling flat initially. Halzerk gonna continue on in a 4 versus 2. We've got damage against Grim and Stu. And the bomb back in their possession. They could find a bit of timing on Halzerk, but he just got around that corner. And Freiburg now looks to make that first bit of contact, seeing as he has 100 health. Stewie 2K creepy crawling forward. Grim just back behind him.
I think they're going to let the plant go down on this side. They've just in retake protocols, basically. Flash goes up. They take a peek.
And Stewie gets a kill. Molotov off the mark, but it's zoning Stewie 2K. And Freiburg, it's flawless. Buys his time as the utility comes into the equation, and then just sweeps up 2 easy frags to give Dig as well. Freiberg eats some flashbangs as, again, yes, he has to move, but Forrest finds one through smoke. And further damage added to the tally here. Not a comfortable position for Nap whatsoever. We got 7-6-2 just whizzing by their heads. And yet, Team Liquid still not entirely dead. They are, however, on the cusp of exactly that. We've got all of Dig grouped up. One flashbang here for the retake. 2 kits in the mix, and Freiberg on the front line. He pushes into Stewie, and there comes that peek from Elige, but it's a clean sweep as Dig move from 3 to 4, and Liquid still empty-handed. Confidence of these deep peaks still early on. T-side utility coming out to deal with tarps. Elige through the smoke, and Stewie with another 5v3. Now we've got a little bit of adversity here versus Dignitas. And yet Fallen blinded. Oh, it's Stewie that kind of saves him here. It could be 5 alive if Team Liquid keep this one rolling. Forrest moving in through the elevator room. Elige has him down to 8. It's a single kill for Liquid. It's a single round for Liquid, but they find the 5th round win. What's that M4?
Looks like an even situation between the CTs playing here and A.
Oh, he tries to pop up and it costs him. Flash to the face of Lekro. He is desperate for help, and he comes back in time to take the head of Grim, missing his second shot. It's Nap and Stewie with 2 kills apiece, and Team Liquid. And patience pays off for Hauser. So the 2 kills so far this round heaps hyper-aggression down the A ramp. And a patient posting of the op on short side. Lekro now. Oh, it's perfect! Calls out Grim's position and then puts himself in the back of this bomb site to try and play the element of surprise. 5v2. Even if Liquid find their footing on the site, Lekro easily could swing out here, deny them a bomb plant, deny them any further success. We shall see. He sees the rump of Fallen and tags him down low. Quarter HP for Fallen, and he gets himself a bit of room to work with. We've got Forrest behind the green, and no, now he's been found out as well.
They've got a smoke down.
Is a sketchy situation. Fallen, oh my god, a dangerous bomb plant with no cover. As Nap moves back, he comes in for second servings, and that is where Heap will stop him. A 5th round for Dignitas back. Halzer, he loves these angles, but he jumps up, and Elige is ready for the peak.
Whoa.
Heap, same position, and same result.
Okay.
Elige is able to get back a man advantage here for Liquid. They've taken themselves an edge, and because they have this forward footing inside of the A site, I mean, any other CT is going to be faced with a challenge. Elige looking to lock it in as Naf plants bomb. They now fall back. Forrest extending outwards. Naf adding a kill to the tally, and he too takes himself a second. It's Fallen to seal the deal, and we are tied at 5. Ooh, imagine Fallen. He's able to take the head off Freiberg. You had one chance, Freiberg, one chance. And Fallen definitely makes sure he doesn't have a second. However, Lekro, he's got himself an opportunity here as well with a double kill. Now they start to flood inwards. Heap, oh, he's setting up Lekro perfectly. Lekro, he's got himself 3 kills, and he's seen these players down at the base of the ramp, but he loses his face at the hands of Grim. And Liquid baiting a different player in, but, you know, this consistent conversation of, like, eventual A ramp control into Liquid success stories. 2 players from Dignitas over here on short, and Freiberg already successful. However, it's the back line that's compromised, and bomb is now offered over. This could be Heap's moment to go big. He almost snaps down into Grim, and instead it's Forrest on for the clutch. We have already seen him put one together on Nuke, and now it's his chance yet again. Smoke on site, a tap of the bomb could maybe fluster the offense into overextending, but he actually gets his paws on a kit, and now they're going to spam right through. Oh, imagine if he snaps onto that second headshot, but instead, double man advantage for Dignitas, an AK offered over even. And Grim low HP as we see Liquid try to rock the boat back at the B site. Lekro, nice little jiggle peek on the side of this bomb site. Things go from bad to worse for Liquid. They've got still 45 seconds to play. But Lekro over sandbags down to 15 HP, softens Fallen and Naf. They are in such a desperate position. And that's before you take into consideration their time so limited. They try to go for this cross with double deagles posted, and yet they get another kill. Patience, the name of the game here for Forest, and it pans out. Bomb drop back by Cat. 20 seconds on this clock, and Naf working the low HP. V3 sees 2, and the spray is almost there. Hauser not far behind him, who just offered him a piece of smoke to work with. Elige looking to abuse this. Looking to take him out at the kneecaps. Ooh, but it's Hauser with the op shot. And a second onto Elige. Now it falls onto the shoulders of Grim. Not looking too good, but he gets himself a nice headshot to at least alleviate a little bit of pressure. It's that clock that's really applying it now, and Grim can't quite get himself another. Heap able to win that straight-up gun duel. We are tied at 7 each, and 1 round to go. They've got presence here on the ramp. Stewie peeks into Freiberg, takes his head clean off. We've got Heap to take the place of the fallen comrade, and he trades straight away. Elige to do the same, and Hauser to the top rope, snaps down Naf, 3v3, now turned 3v2.
Wicked shot.
Very clean, very quick. Elige smoke on the back of the site, that gives him enough room to try and get that bomb carrier upwards, and it works. Fallen hands busy, op shots. The first one misses the mark, the second does soften him. Now there is 3 smokes for this retake to the favor of Dig. On top of the man advantage and the HP edge. Fallen stranded inside of this bomb site. He could very well play this smoke. He doesn't realize that he's actually sticking out the front of it. He is not covered, but he backs up just enough. That would have been called by Elige. Lekro's trying to get the defuse, and Fallen's been found out. Elige's reload's not gonna help the situation, and Dignitas will finish strong on the CT side of Vertigo with 3 rounds straight. A 1-round edge going into the second half. Yep. USP peak. Very quickly trying to run into position. We get an execution. The hands of Fallen. Flashbang's good to help. But Freiberg recovers here. We got 2 kills apiece each way. These are armored dual Berettas from behind. Freiberg hands busy, down on bomb, and Forrest now tasked to clutch. If he wanted to play behind that plywood, he just slipped off the preferred position, and Elige, man on a mission, hits him.
The problem with that, having the dual Berettas or having like an auto sniper, is because they're not used very often.
Double AK Galil Scout obviously picked up off the corpse of Fallen.
Nades could win this round.
Could.
A smoke and a Molotov. And it doesn't seem like they've picked up a lot of utility, if any. So that'll delay for a lot of time. The incendiary goes down quite early. But of course, the plant is still kind of open, looking for some spam damage. 10 seconds.
Oh no. Freiberg, how? He's inside of the site. He's got 1 second to spare. He has to commit to this. Heap, well, he's busy. The hands of Elige, he falls, and Forrest, 29 health with this scout.
Oh, they don't
Grim
have
on
a
108.
way to go for this. Okay.
And a little bit of a wide swing, a staggered peak at that gives Team Liquid the conversion, but at a cost. 5 players ready to go forward onto him. Bit of a deeper angle, recovers the spray, and then gets himself into a nice piece of cover. But as he extends back, he loses his head. It's the M4 from Stewie to try and commit, but these Deegs continue to do their damage, and Lekro's gonna hold that flank where nobody's coming in from. Team Liquid have 2 players over towards their spawn. Bomb now down. Forrest dodges back behind boxes. And he gets tapped out by Grim. Another one from Grim, but that's the round win for Dig off of Deagles once more.
Okay, that should have not happened.
First 2 kills this round came very quickly as they peek towards B. Shut down Stewie and Elige. And then silence falls across the server as Fallen himself creeps forward. Looks to challenge onto yellow tarps. Hits the headshot to Freiberg. I mean, that's something, but you're not going to get away. You can try to run, you can try to hide, but the result is very clear and in the open. It is an 11th round for Dignitas with 5 players alive, economy on their side, starting to seriously stack up on the likes of Heap.
Yeah, Heap unsurprisingly top fragging again. Had an incredible nuke. I mean, he came into the second half early with 20 kills. And still putting up very, very strong kill-death differential.
We'll see if he goes leaps and bounds above, punching upwards. And if anything here at the showdown, the pressure is all the more real. Heap headshot v Stewie, who tries to come at this forward poke from a completely different angle, but it still doesn't work out to his favor. And now Nap takes that position. Heap with another just clean execution, sharp as a guillotine as he comes around these corners, and Elige can't quite connect as the bomb's gone down. A 12th round looking oh so likely. 2% prediction on this clutch. He's got 100 health to work with, or so he did.
Destroying them on the first map. And in that first map, I wanted to personally characterize it as a perfect storm. A map where Liquid played extremely badly and Dignitas played extremely well. But here, where it's much more competitive, Dignitas still seem to be keeping up and are now potentially going to close out. Here's a chance where he could really control the round. They haven't used sandbags just yet.
I mean,
and this is a spot where he might need to drop a smoke or have it smoked for him.
Nice nade.
But, that'll help out a lot.
Damage distributed. Smoke down at the feet of Grim. That tells the T's that he is here, and he just lost his teammate. Grim up close, got himself a second on the bomb, and even further damage into Heap, but it's still a man advantage to the favor of Dignitas. They go beyond them, and Elige, well, he walks right into his death, unsuspected. It's Naf's chance now to keep things in control for Liquid, to try and keep clawing their way back at that 13-all. He finds the kill v Heap and drops the smoke in front of Bomb. He does have the kit already on him. And these two terrorists down on that ramp, they could line up for Naply. He gets blinded, and he almost snaps it over, but instead it's Dig with another round win and 2 away from eliminating Liquid.
Space is being taken, but the rifles are here to support.
15 seconds to spare. Still needing that bomb plant and definitely not wanting to die after time. They're going to cross over, and we do see at least a single pistol kill. Now all of a sudden 3! Fallen. Able to answer back. There is still time for Lekro. He fakes the plant, and now he can't win the round without the frags. An ambitious play, but why not? Goes for it. Dignitas, they have what they want. A post-plant and a man advantage. Molly goes deep to deny any control over on the sandbags. Wallbang trying to find damage. Forrest on the reload, and Halzerk is blind. Grim with 2 kills. Looking for the multi-frags as Elige connects, and Dignitas have a 15th round secured.
Oh my god, they lock it in with a spray at the end of the round. Right there with Heap.
A play down ladder. Not here. Fallen. Deagle headshot connects. They see that bomb. It confirms heavy presence. But Elige, well, he's taken out of this one already, and there is still time for Dignitas to rock it back if need be. But instead, they just hold. They let that seed of doubt grow in the minds of Liquid. The pressure, omnipresent. Not just in this best of 3, but across this entire day. Fallen lands another needed frag here by that Deagle. Smoke grenades down on site. They saw the player in Stewie on the other side. Short control still offered over, and Stewie, he makes his move. He drops that bomb carrier. Lekro taking down a kill and pushing this on to Fallen. He is the reason that this CT side had any sign of life. Ladies and gentlemen, he is so low. The Blast Showdown is the story of underdogs versus Titans, and today, day 1, is the day of David. The second Goliath has fallen. Astralis and Liquid both eliminated.